For content creators and many others, AI could be a blessing. But for the ones who are affected by it, it's truly a curse. I used to work at a consulting company, and in the last 3, 4 years, I've seen AI take almost 30 to 40% of the administrative jobs. Um, our team was made up of a few partners, consultants, and associates, and a huge chunk of a backhand team, which was actually processing the documents, filing them with the authorities, communicating with the customers, and so on. They were the ones who were actually doing the work and moving the machinery, whereas the partners and the associates were more so there as a quality check and to sign the final documents and approve the stuff, and also reaching out to new customers as well. So most of the administrative jobs have been at this point replaced by AI processes. Software such as Alteryx or what's that? Something BI. Yeah, those have made processes internally so automated, and you don't even need an outside software engineer to build these processes. If you know what I'm talking about, if you know Alteryx, if you know that BI, business BI or something, that's how that software is called. So if you know how to work with those softwares, and once those softwares are interlinked with your systems, your ERP or your CRM, whatever you're using, it's so easy to automate processes through that. And even a normal guy with 3 to 4 months of training could easily automate processes that he or she knows about. This way, a lot of document compiling processes, um, internal moving of the documents internally for other processes, communicating or filing things with the authorities, um, packaging stuff up, like putting it in a final package, communicating again, I said, with the authorities, I mentioned it already. A lot of these processes have been now automated, which were at some point done by people, and a lot of people, I would say, especially in the high seasons. We used to work in a workplace where they would hire a chunk of people to work in the busy season, and then they would hire them for 6 months as contract employees. So even it has reduced the cost of the employees, like the hiring costs, the training costs, and I'm afraid to say also that it's doing a much better job than people, because this was a role where you needed to be detail oriented. You needed to pick up things faster, especially if you're going to work there only for 6 months in an admin role. You needed to be trained and fast, and you needed to be smart on your own, which AI has totally taken out. Now we don't need to hire and train and uh, review so much work that before I used to spend most of my days doing reviews, but now it's totally freed up my space to do more things. And why not? Like, I'm given a chance, thinking about my own work life, thinking about the outcome that I'm getting from AI, even as a decision maker, why would I not make that decision to go with the AI rather than going through so much hassle of hiring, training, reviewing, and then also having that difficult conversation at the end of 6 months that, okay, now you're done. That's a lot of work which has been replaced by AI. Of course, there are some processes, of course, which cannot be replaced by AI, which need manual intervention for sure. And for those, we have people, and we don't need to hire them every so often as we needed to before. But imagine a team of 200 to 300 people going down to 40 or 50 in the admin side. Okay, so it did not affect the business side, like the partners or the associates and so on. So, but it did affect the admin people, the admin part of the team. You could imagine the admin team as more or less like an assembly team at a factory, but just sitting in the office. So, if you are working in a similar role where you think that admin admin tasks are 80% or 90% of your job responsibilities, then you need to look into diversification. You need to look into getting a new skill set, because sooner or later some AI company will approach your sales manager or will approach your operations manager and offer them this solution. And if you're still in that spot, then it might be hard to train yourself at that point of time. So I would think get a specialized skill set. If you're working in an admin role, those are the roles that are going to be affected the most. If you work in an office right now, and if you work in an admin role, your job is most likely to be affected by AI. The factory workers and the other things, those AIs, they need robotic automation. They need a lot of investment because robotics is not cheap. To build a simple welding robot, you need a lot of investment, and uh, that robot will only be like very specific for that particular task. But the administrative office AI, like I said, is so easy to be customized, even with basic tools such as Alteryx or the BI tool I set up that I talked about. And anyone with 4 to 5 months of training and practice could build decent AI models that could take a good number of jobs. So if you are in a back end role, which is 100, like it's mostly administrative. If you are in a back end role which is 100% dependent on doing administrative tasks, then you are at a risk of being replaced by an automation. So find a new skill set. I don't know what it is. Everyone is good at something. Everyone could be good at something with some training. And maybe it's time to get on that train. If you have a hobby, monetize your hobby. If you have a skill set that you haven't explored, give it a time and explore that skill set and try getting a job in that skill set. Try upping the game with something, because simple administrative tasks will no longer be valuable in the future. That's where AI would hit the most. It wouldn't hit the factories first. A lot of people have the perception that AI would hit the factories first. It's going to hit the labor market first. Yeah, yes and no. It will hit the labor market first, but in a very minute way. But it will hit the corporate market the most if you're working in a administrative job. An administrative job could be anything. You could be working in a stockbroker's office. You could be making a lot of money just administrating uh, the profit and loss and the sale of the stocks and the just the administrative work working under, but a lot of things, but this could be replaced by AI. So up a skill set. You have a lot of information already. We know a lot already. So just put it to use. Find your own way and get a specialized skill set which you think cannot be replaced by AI. If it is replaced by AI eventually, what can you do? But you at least tried, right? So if you are working in an administrative role, please look into diversifying. Look into getting into something interesting. Look into getting into some type of teaching or coaching, because that's what is needed the most, is some real expert coaching in real life, not online courses. Don't take any online courses. So if you have a story that you would like to share about how AI took jobs at your workplace, please, I would love to hear it. Mention it below, or email it to me. My email's in my account. If you would like to read my book, it's in the description below. It's available on Amazon. And if you would like to donate, the link is below as well. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.